Going to part 3 of our trial. We're obviously right up at the top of the beach. It's quite powdery sand. We're trying all different types of conditions, and we've trialled the Plough anchor over in the distance. It started, you can see where we started. It started here. We tried to get it to bite in. That was dragging it down the beach to probably 30-40 meters. We gave up because it wouldn't dig in. We pulled it all the way back up to see whether we could get right up into the really soft stuff. It eventually did bite in and it ploughed into the soft stuff, but I was still able to pull that along with one hand. It had some resistance, but it was still, I could do it. Then we trialled the sand anchor, and the sand anchor, it turns on its side and it bites on one side. It has done that every time. It's just the design of the sand anchor. One side is to stiffen up the fins or the prongs on the sand anchor. They bend the sides of it, and therefore what it ends up with is one side works well, the other side doesn't really work much at all. So okay, enough talk. Now we'll do the same trial. We start each anchor pointing away from us so that it's a fair trial. We haven't dug the prongs in or done anything like that. So this is the boomer now, and you'll see with it, it's almost immediate. Now I can pull that anchor along. It's harder to pull than the now, and as it's dug in, the side prongs start to take effect, and they actually become like a wall, and that anchor's locked up there. Now, what's it gone, about 2 meters, something like that. We'll try. I've tried everything to try and make this anchor fail. Turn it upside down. We'll pull the chain right past it. It just turns and bites in really aggressively. Now I've been able to get, there we go. I got through a little bit of soft shell grit, but then it ploughs down and really starts to hold on the side prongs. Now we can try a few other, I have to try a few other Plough anchors to see whether we can get a better result with other ploughs than that one. But that slide effect, which is a good safety release, I suppose, design on the Plough anchor, but as you've seen from some of the videos, it actually can make it release when you don't want it to release. And also there are times when it does get hooked up on a reef, for example, and you just can't, the release mechanism doesn't seem to work. You don't exactly know what's going on, and I've seen a number of people have major issues with getting stuck on reefs. Whereas with this anchor, it is aggressive. The whole idea of it is to be aggressive in both reef, sand and mud, and basically what we have is a patented release mechanism. If you get to the stage where you really are hooked up on the reef and you've got a problem, there's a shear pin here. This one is a brass 4mm shear pin. We're doing all tests. I'm going to start doing some tests with the university very soon. But you will see that as I pull, and that shear pin will shears, and the anchor releases, and you get your anchor back. And that's been the whole idea, is to have something that's general purpose, it's multi-purpose. It can, we put that back together and it'll work fine. But we needed something that I felt that could do everything, and that's what this anchor does do. And we've been testing this for about 12 years now, this design, and I've been using it effectively, and it's never let me down.